Hey, what's going on guys? Butterbar here, welcome back to the channel, and let's talk about the Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal. So this is the first time that we're actually getting to see some of the multiplayer gameplay. I know we did a 2v2 gameplay not too long ago. To me personally, I did not think it was the best reveal whatsoever. However, with this reveal, not only seeing a trailer, seeing some of the breakdown of the different things you're going to be seeing in the multiplayer, actually seeing a live stream from Infinity Ward, as well as other streamers that are actually at this event streaming the content, I have to say I'm very impressed. I was very nervous about this game. Do not get me wrong. Again, when it comes to hype with games, I'm kind of on the low end. I try not to get hyped for the games. However, at least seeing the gameplay, seeing the content that multiplayer has to offer, I have to say I'm very surprised, and I'm actually really looking forward to some of the aspects that this game has to offer. Now, again, there are some of the things that I'm really nervous about that I'll kind of cover towards the end of this video, but I want to talk about what I actually loved about this stream, getting to actually see the reveal of the multiplayer and let you guys kind of know what my opinion is about what I liked and what I did not like about this reveal. So let's get into it. So first off, let's talk about the graphics. Now, graphically, the game is beautiful. The game is really good. Not only the map, the weapons, the characters that you play. I have to say I'm very impressed with the way that the game looks. Now, this is a whole new engine that Infinity Ward has worked on to create for Modern Warfare, and it's definitely a facelift on this. Now, I know some people were making comparisons to Battlefield. It does kind of similar look, look and kind of type of feel to Battlefield. However, with the gameplay wise, it does remind me a lot of the Call of Duty series. It's really nice to kind of see a revolution or an evolution of what this game looks like compared to the other Call of Duty games where they just use the same engine and just kind of revamped it a little bit here and there, but actually doing this on a whole new engine, making this game look a little bit different with a new set of graphics. I have to say I'm very impressed from not only the maps, the weapons, the kill streaks, everything looks really good. And again, props to Infinity Ward making this game look really cool. And again, one of those things that I was just really impressed with in this reveal. Now let's talk about pacing. Pacing was one of those things I was extremely nervous about. With the 2v2, to me, really, it looked clunky. It looked really bad. I felt like it was kind of slow at times. So it was one of those things I was really nervous about. How was the pacing for this? Again, a player coming from Titanfall 2, where it's really fast pacing, that where people can go left and right and moving around. It's just all over the place. And it's one of those things where somebody that's wanting a fast twitch shooter, I have really high standards, going into a first-person shooter. However, with this multiplayer reveal, again, one of those things I was really impressed with. The pacing of this game with movement as well as shooting, aiming down sight, moving around, hip firing, stuff like that. Again, one of those things I was really impressed with, and I have to say that, again, one of those things that I had low expectations kind of going into. However, with the pacing of the game, watching people play this game, going between 6v6, 10v10, 20v20, kind of going into the different matches of domination, team deathmatch. Pacing is one of those things, again, I was very impressed with, that I think Infinity Ward nailed in the multiplayer. I think pacing is everything in a multiplayer. People want to get in the action, want to get into the gunfights, and you don't have the right pacing. It's one of those things that just kind of tears away at a multiplayer. And again, seeing this reveal, it was not disappointing. Let's talk about TTK. TTK, again, just like pacing, was one of those things I was like, man, I don't know what the TTK is. Again, I have high expectations coming from Titanfall 2, and I have to say that TTK, looking at the stream, watching people play this game, that TTK actually reminds me a lot of Titanfall 2's TTK. And again, really surprised. The weapons look good. The weapons feel good. At least look like they feel good when people are shooting them. It looks like AR is going to be dominating. ARs, LMGs. I'm seeing some people use the sniper rifles. However, I'm not seeing anybody quickscope, which, again, I'm really happy with. I really hate quickscoping. But when it comes to TTK and seeing people's time to kill with different weapons, it looks like the AR is going to be dominating. LMGs don't look that bad. However, when it comes to SMGs, I know a lot of people were saying that the TTK kind of felt kind of weird, at least when it comes to that. It totally makes sense with the way that SMGs work in this game, where, depending on what weapon type you are using and what range you're engaging with, some guns are going to, take more shots than others. Some are going to take least than others, depending on what your range is and what caliber you're using. Also, too, weapons in this game are projectile. There's no hit scan weapons in this game so far. So, for me, really just wanting a fast-paced shooter, wanting a TTK that felt good, that looks good, that feels like you're going to be able to go from the next target to the next and the next and the next. Really, from this reveal and seeing the multiplayer and seeing people play this, I have to say I'm not disappointed. I really do think that it looks good, and come October when this game fully releases, I think this is going to be one of those things that if somebody's wanting a fast-paced Twitch shooter, I think this is going to be the game for them. And again, I look forward to this. I don't want to get overhyped about it. However, with the reveal, so far, so good, and I actually look forward to the release. Kill streaks. Okay, this is the one thing that I really did not get a whole lot of gameplay of seeing, besides the trailer showing you some of the kill streaks that are in the game, which I'm really surprised that there are mechanized infantry tanks like the Bradley being introduced into the multiplayer. It makes me one thing, like, I'm very curious on how that works. It was cool seeing the Juggernaut. If you guys did not know, in the Juggernaut, they've actually talked about how the Juggernaut will actually have its own music as you're using it, kind of similar to if you've ever played Left 4 Dead and playing the tank, and that the tank has its own little music as it's going after the players. So to me, really seeing that the Juggernaut or hearing from the devs that the Juggernaut has its own music while it's actually hunting down players, to me, really, I think is really cool, and it's awesome that there's a little bit of uniqueness into the kill streaks. The very funny thing is you're not hearing any gameplay, any sound and music in this video. That is because Metallica is actually playing in this trailer, and you actually hear like a muffled version of what Metallica would sound like in the Juggernaut suit. If they actually have Metallica playing while you're actually using the Juggernaut kill streak, I will be extremely surprised and think it's a badass all in the same. I doubt it's like that, but again, to me, really seeing that there is some uniqueness in some of these kill streaks, especially the Juggernaut being the 15 kill streak, even the nuke coming back, the ending game nuke is one of those things that I'm really happy to see that there is a return from Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 gameplay and kill streaks and whatnot, and it actually being kill streaks, not score streaks, which I kind of have a love-hate. I'm kind of like on the fence on between them being kill streaks and score streaks. Again, it makes me really happy to see what actual kill streaks they're bringing in this game. White Phosphorus, the light infantry mech tank, Juggernaut, AC-130 gunship, the actual gunship, helicopter Apache. There's a lot of different things that Infinity Ward is bringing into Modern Warfare, and again, I'm really excited to get these kill streaks back that we've kind of missed for a long time. All right. Let's get into the two things that really kind of bothered me. Just initially, I immediately had a bad feeling about it, or mixed feelings about it. I would love to know in the comments below, what do you guys think about these two things? First off, let's talk about the minimap. There's actually no minimap for the player. Initially, once you play this game, there's going to be no minimap. If you use a personal UAV, you unlock a personal UAV, or your team has one of those UAVs that goes to the entire team, that is the only way that you're going to be seeing the minimap. Now, I'm a type of player, I love my awareness to what's going on around me, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sad that we're not gonna be getting a mini-map as just, initial thing that's gonna be on your HUD. Now, it will be interesting to try it out in the game. There might be changes here and there where mini-maps appear, maybe they don't, but to me, initially, it does make me nervous on how the game is gonna be playing, because more or less now, you're gonna be playing on sounding and trying to stay aware on what player movement is, and communication will be key in this game, and a lot of players don't actually talk. I don't think there's a ping system in this, kind of like what Apex and Fortnite have right now. So it will be interesting to see how players play since they have no map awareness with a mini-map. Are people going to be kind of a little bit hesitant, I guess, to kind of push out and explore the map and being more map aware and being more, sound aware, kind of what's going on around them. So again, it's just one of those things that I'm very mixed reviews about kind of how they're doing it, but I would love to know from you, what do you guys think about no mini-map in the game? Lastly, this is the one thing that is driving me crazy. I don't know how this is going to go for this game, but I feel like with the past of what Black Ops 4 has done in their game, it does make me super nervous for Modern Warfare, and that is microtransactions. Look, Black Ops 4 is an abomination when it comes to the Call of Duty series, with a microtransaction that is in that game for $60 to $100, $120 game. That game offers the most obnoxious and egregious microtransactions in that game. Now, one of the things that I know Modern Warfare, that Infinity Ward has actually promised for this game, is free DLC when it comes to maps. However, how are they going to be charging players for that content? That's not going to be free content. So the one thing they're going to be charging is microtransactions. Some of the things that I figure that they're going to be charging for are weapon variants, attachment variants. You're going to be seeing different characters that you're going to be able to purchase with money to play as different people in this game, and you've kind of seen a little bit of that in Modern Warfare Remastered, where people have different characters they've unlocked and then what they're playing as. So to me, really, I get it. They want to keep the player base together, the crossplay and everything. I totally get that. Free DLC with the maps, okay. But I am super nervous on how they're doing microtransactions. And coming from Black Ops 4, coming from that game, and how terrible that game is with how they are just hammering players with, you know, content that is just, you know, it should already be in a game. For $60 to $100 game, this content should already be in the game for you to unlock. So, to me, really, I would love to know from you, what do you guys think about the microtransactions? Do you think that microtransactions are going to be that bad in Modern Warfare, kind of like how they are in Black Ops 4? I would love to know what your opinion is. But guys, that's it. That's what I like. That's what I didn't like. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about this reveal? And let me know what you guys are hyped for and what you guys are excited to see when this game fully releases coming up in October. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys all next time.